If someone gave me 10 million dirhams to invest in a Dubai property portfolio today, I would not buy randomly. I would focus on three things: capital appreciation, rental income, and future liquidity. Let me show you what I exactly mean by that. Why Dubai still attracts global capital safety. Why does Dubai continue to attract global capital year after year? The answer is quite simple. First, safety. In a world where uncertainty has become the norm, investors and families are looking for places where they can live, work, raise their children with peace of mind. Dubai consistently ranks amongst the safest cities in the world, offering a level of security that's ever increasing even today. Second is tax efficiency. Dubai remains one of the most attractive jurisdictions globally for entrepreneurs, business owners, and investors, with no personal income tax, no capital appreciation tax, and no property tax. A business-friendly environment, people are able to preserve and grow their wealth more efficiently than almost any other country. And third is the currency stability. The UAE dirham has been pegged to US dollars for decades at a rate of almost 3.7, providing predictability and confidence for international investors. When you're making a long-term investment, decision stability matters most, and Dubai offers exactly that. And finally, population growth. Every year, thousands of professionals and entrepreneurs and high net worth individuals choose Dubai for their home. In 2025, 9,800 high net worth individuals migrated to Dubai, who brought $63 billion of investable wealth with them. 237 of them had a net worth of over $100 million. This demands for housing, services, infrastructure, and ultimately real estate. When you combine safety, tax efficiency, currency stability, and strong population growth, it's easy to understand why Dubai continues to attract global capital and remains one of the world's most compelling investment destinations. Dubai isn't just growing, it's positioning itself for the future. If I had 10 million dirham or $2.7 million, how would I allocate it? Now, before I begin, this is not a financial advice, and every investor has different goal, risk tolerance, and timeline. But if you ask me personally how I would structure a balanced Dubai real estate portfolio with 10 million dirham, this is how I would do it. I would allocate 40% of it to Dubai Hills, 30% to Palm Jumeirah, 20% to Emirates Living, and I would keep 10% cash reserve. Let's break it down. First, Dubai Hills State, 40% or 4 million dirham. Dubai Hills has become one of Dubai's most sought after master communities, with over 24,000 ready units completed and another 17,000 more to be handed over in the early future. It's comprised of apartments, townhouses, and villas. It appeals to both end users and investors, offers excellent infrastructure, high quality schools, parks, retails, and a strong rental demand. What I particularly like about Dubai Hills is that it's right in the middle of market sweet spot. It attracts families, professionals, and international investors alike. That broad demand base gives it both resilience and long-term growth potential. For me, Dubai Hills represents the growth engine of your portfolio. Next will be Palm Jumeirah. Then I would allocate 30% or 3 million dirham to Palm Jumeirah, which is a completely different play. This is not about mass market demand. This is about the scarcity. There is only one Palm Jumeirah. There's not a second one, not yet. Whether we're talking about apartments, villas, or branded residences on Palm continues to attract ultra-high net worth individuals from all over the world. When global wealth comes to Dubai, Palm Jumeirah is often on the top of the list. The entry prices are higher, but so is the prestige and long-term capital preservation potential. For me, Palm Jumeirah is the blue chip portion of the portfolio. Then it comes the greens in Emirates Living. I would allocate 20% or 2 million dirham of my budget. Emirates Living includes communities such as the Greens, Meadows, Lakes, Springs, and Emirates Hills. These are very mature, established neighborhoods that have stood the test of time. They're green, family-oriented, and offer something that's becoming increasingly difficult to find in Dubai: large plots, mature landscaping, and true suburban lifestyle. The reason I like the greens is the stability. It's not always the community that generates the headlines, but it's consistently attracting more families looking for long-term homes, which creates a strong foundation for value retention and constant ROI. And finally, 10% cash reserve or 1 million dirham. This is probably the least exciting part, but perhaps the most important. Having cash available allows you to act when opportunities arises, whether it's a motivated seller, a distressed deal, a market correction, or simply an unexpected expenses. Liquidity gives you more flexibility. Too many investors become fully deployed and then miss great opportunities because they have no cash left. I prefer to keep some dry powder ready. So, in summary, 40% Dubai Hill State for growth, 30% Palm Jumeirah for prestige and scarcity and capital preservation, 20% in Emirates Living for stability and ROI, and 10% cash reserve for flexibility, for a balanced 10 million dirham property portfolio in Dubai's today real estate market. Now let's talk about ready or off plan. Why I currently prefer selected ready properties over off plans? Because if you've been looking at Dubai real estate market recently, you've probably noticed that one question keeps coming up. Should I buy a ready property or should I buy an off plan? The truth is, both can be excellent investments. I've sold both, and there are successful investors on either side of the argument. But if you ask me, what I personally lean more towards today, my answer would be this. I currently prefer selected ready properties, and let me explain why. Off-plan has several advantages. You typically benefit from attractive payment plan, lower upfront capital requirement, and the potential for appreciation during or after construction, and especially if it's bought at the right stage or the right phase. However, in today's market, it's very different from the market a few years ago. Many off-plan launches are being priced with significant portion of the future growth already built into the price. In other words, some developers, not all of them, are charging tomorrow's price today. That's where selected ready properties become very interesting. With a ready property, I know exactly what I'm buying. I can walk through it. I can inspect the building quality. I can evaluate the view. I can study the neighborhood and the community, and I can compare it to the actual recent transactions. And perhaps most importantly, the property can start generating income immediately. There is no construction risk, no handover uncertainty, no waiting 3, 4, 5 years before finding out whether my assumptions were correct or not. And I also believe that in established communities such as Dubai Hills, Palms, Emirates Living, and a handful of other mature locations, there are still opportunities where the underlying asset is stronger than the current market price suggests. At the end of the day, real estate investing is not about whether a property is ready or off plan. It's about value. And right now, I see some compelling value in selected ready assets that offer immediate utility, immediate income potential, and greater transparency. That is why, at this stage of the cycle, I myself am leaning more towards selected ready properties than off-plan opportunities. Of course, every investor is different. Every objective is different. And that is why the right strategy always depends on your goals. Let's talk about the first one. Real estate is an emotional process by nature. Beautiful view, luxury finishes, fancy amenities, a great sales presentation. It's very easy to fall in love with a property. But the problem is the market doesn't care about our emotions. The market doesn't pay extra because we got excited. The market pays based on the value, demand, location, and fundamentals. I've seen investors make costly mistakes because they bought with their heart instead of their head. Whenever I evaluate a property, I try to separate emotions from analysis. I ask myself, would I still buy this asset if I remove the marketing, the staging, and the excitement surrounding it? If the answer is yes, then it's worth looking deeper. The second principle is even more important than the first. Before I buy a property, I think about how I would eventually sell it. Most people focus entirely on the purchase. Very few think about the exit. Who will buy this from me 3, 5, 10 years from now? Will there be a strong demand? Is the buyer pool larger or extremely limited? Will the location still be desirable? Will the property remain competitive compared to future supply? Because the easiest properties to buy is not always the easiest properties to sell, necessarily. In my experience, successful investing is often less about finding the perfect entry and more about ensuring you have a clear and realistic exit. So, don't buy because you're excited. Buy because the numbers and the fundamentals and the long-term demand make sense. And before you enter any investment, know exactly how you plan to exit it. Because that's how risks are managed, and that's how wealth is preserved over long term. If you like to get my Dubai investment starter guide in 2026, send me the word guide on WhatsApp, and I'll be happy to share it with you.